Hello guys and welcome to another episode of Vlogmas. It's been raining today. Yes, it rains in Portugal.
That means I can't build because...
And that means I don't want to be outside.
I don't want to work with soggy wood. So everything's covered over and no working on the toilet today, unfortunately. So we thought we'd sit down and roast ourselves.
We thought we'd roast ourselves. I was doing the washing up and I was like, Theo, I've thought of something so fun. Like, we should totally watch one of our old videos, like the first one, because it was cringy. And I remember at the time filming it and thinking, it's cringy, but when you first start filming, you don't have the confidence because it's weird to talk to a camera. Like,
when we first started, it was so bizarre, and like, if anyone would see you filming, you'd be like,
oh, put the camera away, no! Oh, I'm not talking to a GoPro, because we did it all on the GoPro as well, so like, the footage is even crazier.
So this is our first ever video. This is like, well, our second ever video.
Yeah.
Our first video, we didn't even talk. It was just like a montage of us running around beaches
that got, like,
and stuff.
Blocked on YouTube because we used Nelly Golding songs, so we were learning, we didn't know.
But this is like the introduction video to our channel all them years ago.
2005. This video, let's put some context to it. So we were in Greece. It was March 2015, not 2005. I don't know why I said that. So it was March 2015. We were on an island, I want to call it Lefkada, although I could be totally wrong, in Greece. And
beautiful place.
It was gorgeous, and we were like, we really should. I really want to like share this. We've been blogging for a while, and anyway, the video kind of explains who we are. It was hard. How many takes was it, do you think?
Like 400 probably.
The light broke, the tripod it was on fell and broke the light. That was so stressful. And then we had like kind of a little script, and it was like trying to remember the script.
Never have a script. Like,
don't have a script.
It won't go to plan. It's
just
not good.
Don't do it. Anyway, so I really want to dive into this video. I'm really looking forward
to
it. Yeah. Hey, no, you're gonna knock it all. You're gonna knock it all? Did you want to watch it? She wants to watch it. Gingy's never seen Vdubvanlife before. This is a minute long. This is the shortest video ever.
First of all, I completely forgot that we had that intro tune.
The old intro?
Like, the old intro, I think it was pretty good, and like everyone would always say to us, don't change the intro tune, and then when we changed it,
the memories,
and now the new one, everyone's like, don't change it.
Wow, the memories of that.
I know.
Man.
That particular shot right there is in Sweden.
Oh, that was
and
so
we basically way overstayed in Norway and Sweden, like past the Arctic Circle. We're getting -8 degrees inside the van on the evenings, and it was just incredibly stupid, really. We didn't have snow tyres, but it's just one of them things. We fell in love with it, and we were having Northern Lights every night, and we're like, we don't want to leave. But yeah, that's where that shot from. Anyway, let's carry on. Vdubvanlife video blog.
Video blog.
I'm B.
And I'm Theo.
And we've been travelling.
Sorry, I've got to pause that. That is so awkward. Hi, I'm B. What's with the little wave?
And I'm Theo.
I'm Theo, and I'm whispering to the camera.
Look at that
nice
water,
shot.
though.
Yeah, I was just about to say
that water behind.
Nice.
It was so blue. It was incredibly blue.
And deserted. We were the only people there. I remember that.
Unfortunately, it wasn't warm enough to go swimming. Otherwise, I'd definitely swim in there. Not in that location.
We bathed in the sea.
2014 in our VW van throughout Europe.
We've had a lot of people on our blog, vdubvanlife.com, requesting, can we give more of an insight on what we do on a day-to-day basis?
So what?
That is it. Like, so we had so many people saying to us, like, I want to see more, because before we had a YouTube channel, we had a blog.
Yeah.
And I know blogs have come back in fashion now, and we're actually transferring our whole old blog into our new website.
Well.
So there's loads of new content actually just gone up on the website, so go and check that out.
But it's funny, like, you forget about all these things. Like the blog was literally,
we had thousands of people following the blog before we even made a video. So I think we'd been doing this for 9 months, traveling around Europe before we even made a video. So it's pretty crazy to think back to the days where it all started from a blog.
It is mad.
Anyway, carry on.
What better way than a vlog?
We arrived in Greece 2 days ago after a really long...
You can tell this is scripted. I'm like, what better way than a vlog? And then you're like...
We arrived in Greece on this day at this particular moment.
As you can tell, it just basically we're reading a blog, it sounds like, but in a vlog. It's a video log.
2,000-mile journey from Portugal over the last week.
It's been raining for a few days, but we arrived at this location in the dark last night and it's absolutely amazing.
On the next video...
Oh my gosh, absolutely amazing is a term we still use now and have been using since the very beginning.
Some things never change.
Also, check out my hair. That was back when I used to have, I had a man bun, basically.
Didn't you go crazy and chop all your hair off?
We were in Germany and I was just like, I'm fed up of my hair. It's so long. It's so annoying. It's always everywhere. It gets tangled up in your beard and all that. And I was like, forget it. I'm just going to shave it all off. And then I used your beard trimmer and it was running out of battery. So I got to do half my hair.
My beard trimmer.
No, you had not. As you guys can tell, Theo still doesn't use his beard trimmer. But as you can see in this video, my hair actually needed a trim. I think I trimmed it a few weeks later, but anyway, it's crazy. That was 4 years ago.
Let's carry on. We'll carry on till the end.
We're going to be giving you a tour of our van and showing you where we've been living for the last 9 months.
Please feel free to subscribe so you never miss a video and check our information for more ways to stay in contact with us.
Thank you.
Ciao for now.
Oh, ciao for now. I thought I was so cool saying that. What a loser.
But B's like supernatural and I'm just
you
like...
thought that was natural?
I'm like, thank you.
I did not think that was natural. I look
Thank you,
awkward as hell.
I think we've got another video that we're going to watch now. Oh, hello, Ginger.
Hey, Ginger. Well, what we said in that one was the next video is going to be a van tour. That was the first ever van tour
First
on
ever
our
van
channel.
tour. Like, you guys might know us for our van tours, so this will be cool to actually watch our first ever one, and it's going to be super awkward.
Yeah.
But let me
get that van tour up.
Let me get it ready.
Man, it's mad how fast time flies. 2015 and now it's nearly 2019. And it's kind of crazy to see how well we... I know that sounds super big-headed, but how well we have come to grow in front of a camera. I feel so much more comfortable now.
Yeah, I've definitely got taller.
Yeah.
Anyway, right, this is our first ever van tour video of our beautiful old T4 that started everything.
Vdubvanlife video blog.
Hi, I'm Theo and welcome to our wild camping beach spot here in Greece. It's a beautiful day and we're going to show you around our home.
Hang on, I just need to quickly say, if any of you guys have noticed, Theo's beard is looking extreme here. When we first hit the road, you were like, he shaved it all off, it was bald, and he was like, I'm not cutting it again for a whole year, and he didn't. And
It's
this was about 9 months
growth,
into
is
the
it, for 9 months?
Amazing.
But things never change, you know. I've still got amazing style. I mean, look at that t-shirt. I'm pretty sure my sister got me that t-shirt,
she
so
did.
Thank you, Rebby. She buys all my t-shirts for me.
She does.
Birthdays and Christmas, and yeah, this is an epic t-shirt actually. And also the location where we're at is amazing again, in Greece, right next to the side of the sea, and we
Side
had
of the sea.
goats like rubbing up against the van.
Yeah, we did.
First off, it's an O2 long wheelbase VW T4 camper van. It's got a 2.5 litre TDI diesel engine. Over here we've got the awning fitted, but that's enough about the outside. Let's take a look inside.
Whoa, zero.
That's
nothing.
enough about the outside.
That was
We
literally
didn't even
10
say anything.
seconds of outside. Like, wow.
We got an
Wow.
awning.
And that would have been the 50th take.
It's got 4 wheels, guys.
It's got
got a
bonnet.
Bonnet.
I remember actually going back to this, the amount of takes we had to do on this.
A lot, yeah,
Oh,
a
man,
lot.
it's hard.
Things have changed in terms of how quickly we now, you know, we don't do many retakes or anything. We just are what we are now, which we've kind of grown into it, which is quite nice. But yeah, here it was very stressful and all a bit mental. But we got there in the end. Also, I missed that van.
Yeah.
Incredible van. Here we go.
Hi, I'm B and I'm going to show you around the inside of our van. So starting over here, we've got a sink where we keep
We got
our
a sink,
pots
guys.
and pans, as well
Oh
as our
man, that
flexible
kettle.
kettle. Fantastic for travelling with. Underneath our draining board, we've got our little stove
Okay.
that hides.
I I know we missed the van, but I do not miss having one flipping little stove.
No,
That was a nightmare.
We've definitely upgraded our kitchen setup, but it was perfect for what we needed at the time. You know, it got the job done.
Like, we've said so many times, people are like, what do you need in a van? It's like, essentially all you really need in a van is a comfortable place to sleep. Everything else is just extra. You can have like a little camping stove, you can have a little bucket, you can have...
You can do it as simple or as complex as you like.
Yeah.
Way under there, the tap folds down, as does this, and that's great for travelling with.
Look at the sea.
We've got a little carbon monoxide detector here.
It's a question we
Underneath
get
the
asked a
sink, we've got
lot.
a little shop of horrors. It's just basically a cupboard full of crap.
Everyone's got a bits and bobs drawer, haven't
Cupboard
they?
full of crap. We've got one in this van now.
Who
We had one
hasn't?
in the
Like,
boat.
if you haven't got a cupboard full of just
It's
knickknacks
like
and
weird
things that you
stuff.
don't really need,
Yeah.
or you might need once a year, then shove it in the drawer.
If we just move this out of the way, you can see inside our fridge. It's actually quite spacious considering how small it is. It even has its own freezer.
We've got the same
with a
fridge
nice
right
huge
now.
tray.
Yeah.
Brilliant fridge.
In here
Isotherm.
is all of our food and other utensils. We've got some herbs down here, plates, drinking chocolate, snacks and stuff like that, and all cutlery is kept under there. Last but not least is our little bathroom. It's a bit of a tight squeeze to get into, but it's worth it.
Oh, the
it's
banter.
total luxury. So over here we've
Yeah, so much banter there. So the toilet's interesting actually, because people would get really funny with us, like how our toilet was in our narrowboat. So we get a lot of comments, I can't believe you go to the toilet so close to your kitchen. Well, in the van,
It
we
was
go
in
to
the
the toilet
kitchen.
in the kitchen and no one's ever mentioned it. So it's like, how is it okay in a van but it's not okay in a narrowboat?
And also, we were still alive, so whatever.
And you can kill two birds with one stone, can't you? You can be on the
Yes.
toilet while whipping up a pancake.
Yeah, I've done that.
got a
Brilliant.
little hook that we attached when we got the van. It's perfect for
Oh, that
tea
hook-
towels,
that
head
hook
torches and
on the
stuff
You
like
can
that.
never underestimate
Around
hooks.
here
Hooks are the
is
one.
our electrical system. It's got the switch for our 12 volt, which controls things like our touch sensitive LED lights. They're really low power, they use hardly any energy, and they last for years. This
But
all
actually, speaking of them lasting for years,
They were
we never
great.
ever had to replace any of them in the
No,
4 years
no.
we had that van.
And also, we only had one leisure battery, and that was hooked up to the alternator, so charged when we drive, but we didn't have any solar power. And them lights would just keep going. I mean, we
just-
ran the battery like flat before,
Yeah.
and the lights would still come on.
I'd like to also say, what a nice t-shirt!
That was our first ever bit of merch.
is off our leisure battery, which charges whilst we drive. There's also the option for mains hookup. We don't use that very often, but it's very useful to have.
We don't use that very often. So we'd been on the road, right? 9 months. I think we'd been in one campsite
Yeah.
that whole time, and that
One
was in
campsite.
Copenhagen
And we have-
because our battery was dead,
Yeah,
and we had to charge it.
like we have nothing about
No,
like
there's
nothing
nothing
against
wrong with campsites.
but for us, like, we move so quickly and move a lot. Like, we get itchy feet and we just want to move on. So by the time you're booked into a campsite, we might have decided by the afternoon that actually we're going to carry on and move to
Yeah.
another spot. So
Yeah.
it doesn't really work for our style of travel.
There's a 12 volt plug, which goes into the wall as well. So we plug this thing in.
No,
We can
12
charge our
volt plug.
phones through it. It's very useful. This also gets used in the front as well whilst we're driving. There's even more storage under here. Storage under the bed, and our clothes are
So
all
much
kept
storage.
in this. That's Theo's, and this is mine. I'll probably open Theo's, it won't burst out as much. He had less clothes than me. Everything fits in there. All the back windows are tinted. We also have dark curtains on all of the windows.
Tinted windows are amazing.
They are amazing.
Definitely, if you're doing a van build, make sure your windows are tinted.
yeah.
Because you see the most random things. People don't know you're in here, and you can kind of just spot what people are doing.
And also, actually,
gives you a bit of
talking-
privacy.
No, this is even better. Talking about tinted windows when we were in Norway, right? Theo had gone for a hike, and I was sitting on the bench in this van, and I was reading because I was like, I just didn't want to go for a hike. It was somewhere we'd already hiked before, and you were going
Kelvika.
for photography reasons, and I was chilling.
Photography.
Photography. You were gone. I was chilling. And we were parked up where there was a few other cars because it was a popular hiking spot, and there was a van next to us, and the people who were in that van, they got back, and the guy was like, oh, saw ours and was like, oh, I'm going to have a little look through.
Literally like
Put his face up to the window like that. Looking around, saw me. Oh, the reaction
Freaked
was
out,
amazing.
freaked out.
He was mortified, and I mean,
But
loads
then-
of people look in vans. If you've got your own van, you want to see other people's, but it was hilarious.
But a few minutes after that, like someone, like a woman came up and literally leant
against the
van to
and
do
did
a wee. It's like,
And I was like, what is going on?
hello, I'm inside.
I wish I'd poked my head out, man.
And they're shut. Along with the tinted window, it's impossible to see in. Even at night with the lights on, not much light escapes through the windows, so that's fantastic, especially when you're trying to be stealth. So over here we've got our 7.5 kilo kettlebell, which also doubles up as our van life gym. It can go everywhere with us. We've also got a Goal Zero Yeti 150 battery that connects up to a Boulder 15 solar panel up on the roof. It's a fantastic
That was
source
our
of power.
solar.
Yeah, so before, like, I don't know, like solar back then wasn't like a really big thing on vans. Like a lot of vans didn't have solar because it was still fairly new technology back then. I know it wasn't like in the 80s and whatever, but you know, it was still like going back, what, 5 years or something?
Yeah.
So technology's moved on quite a lot by then. So we had the Goal Zero Yeti 150, I think we just said, and it was actually really good. Like,
it was good, and
was
you
good.
could
It's-
charge it up on a mains power as well if you
yeah,
needed to.
so it's good to charge up while you're driving. The solar panel was really small, and well,
Email come through.
let me just hide that. So it was actually the solar panel was really small. That was the only issue. So you needed a lot of sunlight, and it needed to be in the sunlight for like literally 2 days to fill up this battery, which wasn't happening. So it was good. It was good. We could charge our phones and stuff
Yeah, it's
in
brilliant.
emergencies.
That's how I shaved my hair. Coming back to that again, it was plugged into that.
We've got a super strong mag light, which is fantastic when you're camping in the middle of nowhere and can't see a thing. It could also probably double up as a weapon if you needed it to. Behind the bed,
Always
we've
prepared.
got silver screens that go on the front. When it's really cold weather, they just kind of trap in some heat, or if it's really sunny, they go on the front windscreen and just block some of the sun from coming inside and keep the van a bit cool.
Only some of the sun.
We've
not all
also
of it.
got
We haven't got silver screens for our new van, and I'm not sure we actually need them. Like, unless we go to somewhere where it's literally like a ski resort or
Yeah.
somewhere where it's really freezing cold.
Or really hot. It's funny you should say that because
Yeah.
whilst we've been in the van here, because we've been living in it for nearly a month now, on the days it's really, really sunny,
It is quite hard
the
to block
cab
out.
gets
yeah.
warm and it does drift in through
Yeah.
the escape hatch. So maybe.
Maybe
But then
we'll
again,
look
if we
into
just had
that.
a curtain on the escape hatch, it would stop it. Because I
Yeah.
just don't. They're annoying. They're difficult to use.
Yeah, I think especially when you're wild camping, you don't want ones that go on the outside, so these just fit
Yeah.
in the inside. So if you did need to move, you could literally just pull them down and drive off.
Yeah.
got our dirty laundry in a very pretty bag.
Still got that laundry
It lives
bag.
behind the bed and comes out when we get the bed out, along with this bag just full of things like slippers and stuff. It's all
So we
soft so
didn't
it can be squashed easily. That's everything. The cushions go underneath as well.
Sorry, I'm dying. I don't know why, I just got a really bad cough. Anyway,
As does this, it all just neatly tucks down.
Give it a kick. There we go. Wow. That was fast.
Voila! One of the fantastic things about having a long wheelbase means we can have a full-size bed, and even when it's out we still have tons of floor space left. So the last part of our nightly routine is to close the cab curtains. They're also really handy during the day if we've got to leave the van and don't want anyone to look in.
Yeah.
you know what I just
actually,
realised? You know,
what?
like everyone always does, like my van life routine, my morning routine, my evening routine. It's like we were ahead of the game, guys. B just said nightly routine 5 years ago.
We're trendsetters, man. No, what I was going to say as well is cab curtains are the best thing ever. Ever. The best thing
Yeah.
ever. Like, when we
Luckily, we got a bulkhead now.
Yeah,
so.
I mean, basically our bulkhead is a cab curtain, because you don't realise how much you can see in through the front of a van.
And
like,
also heat.
yeah, like it stops the sun coming in, it stops the heat, all that kind of stuff, and also it gives you a little bit of privacy, which I am all about the privacy. You know, if you're getting changed, like there'd be times when I remember we were in Copenhagen and we'd gone to the beach there and I was trying to get changed. If we didn't have the curtain there, everyone's just got a full frontal view of you naked getting changed.
So this is our garage area, and down here I've got my log store. These are travelled with us all the way from...
He's obsessed with fires, even back then.
I think I can remember that these came from Sweden. I haven't mentioned it yet.
I think you were just mentioning it as you paused it.
Like, we'd go to these amazing camp spots, like free camp spots.
Theo would steal the wood, obviously.
And we'd hike into these like national parks. And everything's free, and you can stay in these cabins for free, and they have free firewood ready, chopped for you.
With an axe as well.
It's incredible. So I just took a little bit, just in case, you know, because I like making fires.
Thrifty.
But yeah, went all the way to Greece somehow.
Sweden. I got my axe, 2 camping chairs that are stored down the side here. Behind all of this, we've got 2 really big storage containers from IKEA that store all of our dry food, hell of a lot of baked beans, and bits and bobs that we don't really use very often.
Baked beans.
So
mistake, forgot to bring some baked beans with us to Portugal.
So what we did when we went to Norway, them boxes came in handy because we filled them up with as much food as we could.
Yeah.
And then drove to Norway because Norway's expensive.
Here we've got 2 bottles of engine oil, coming useful every now and then. And if you come in closer here, you'll see 2 12-litre water containers.
Okay, right. Let me just stop that right there.
So the 2 12 litres wasn't
enough. Never enough. I'll never forget when we first never went out in the van. We went to the Lake District because we were like, we're going to test this van out, see what it's like. I filled the sink up to do the washing up, and like the whole 12 litres went in one sink, and I was like, right, okay, so you use a hell of a lot of water washing up. You need to be really conservative with water. And like ever since we moved into that T4, water has always been like serious subject, don't waste water, blah blah blah.
But we did buy another 25-litre bottle, which came in very handy.
Epic. So we basically had like 50 litres, which would last us quite a while. So, and I never washed up the whole sink with the whole sink of water
Water's
again.
important living in the van.
Yeah, it is.
Supply the water straight to the inside of our van, to the tap. We've also got another 25-litre water container inside the van. So altogether that keeps us going for about a week. Behind all of that there's a separate box which stores 2 camping gas bottles that supplies all of our gas to our cooker. And
I'm literally struggling to speak here. Like, it's like our second video. I'm like,
no, it's because you've got all these things that you had to remember.
2 camping gas bottles that you can... Yeah, camping gas is great, I think.
Camping gas was great.
Obviously, we've got refillable LPG, which is even better. But camping gas is good because you can get it in most places.
Yeah, we never really struggled to get it anywhere. I mean... Like,
Calagas you can't get in
No, that's why we
places.
went for LPG refillable, because you can get that pretty much all over Europe.
Europe, they have LPG a lot more than they do in the UK, so yeah, we haven't found a problem. Well, especially in Portugal, there's LPG.
We ran out the first day we got here, and we were like, damn! But luckily there was a petrol station.
Last but not least, we've got this beautiful bunting that my mum made us.
Still got that.
And
it's great.
Our little bear mascot, Oski. So we're back inside,
Oski.
And this is our office configuration, and this is where all of our photos, videos and blog posts get edited.
We hope you've enjoyed the tour of our van. Please subscribe and watch out for the next video.
I feel like I'm a totally different person to who I was in those videos, like confidence wise.
Yeah, we've changed a lot over the years, haven't we? Like, we're a bit more kind of energetic and a bit
chubbier
more
as well, you know.
bit more outgoing. A bit more outgoing. So yeah, that was fun actually.
That was fun. And I was, you know what, I was expecting it to be more awkward than it was, like in my head.
It wasn't too bad, was it? I thought we were going to kind of roast ourselves a little bit more, but there wasn't overly the amount, apart from just slipping up and me trying to remember to say 2 Calagas bottles.
Camping gas.
Oh, camping gas. Exactly.
I still can't remember it now after all these years.
But yeah, I hope you enjoyed that.
Stop it.
And I hope you're enjoying the Vlogmas episodes that we're putting out every day.
Yeah.
I know we missed one day. It was a very stressful day. we're sorry about that, but
Yeah.
we're back on track, and there will be a video every day until Christmas. So,
Yeah, so thanks for tuning in, guys, and we shall see you tomorrow. Ciao for now.
bye.
Head over to theindyprojects.com/shop and check out our new merchandise. Join us on Patreon for exclusive content, and don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification button so you never miss a video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.